his corn spilled milk. He works in a coffee shop, making a lattes, mochaccino, and croissants and bagels. He sweeps the floors, fixes the chairs. He's manager and supervisor, the employer and employee. Still, yet many don't know his story. An amputee from a drunk driving accident, lost both legs detached from his hips. You look and you stare when you finally realize it. Struck dumb, you drop your Tazo tea. Now, are you really going to cry with spilled milk? He had hopes and dreams. Now his hopes and dreams is walking. It haunts him. He questions why he was given his fate, yet he still works harder than any other Starbucks employee to date. Diagnosed at age 3 with cancer, she lived inside Brooklyn Pediatric Ward. She never got a chance to fully live. Her parents sold a house and car and all other significant things just to have the money for the cancer treatment the little girl needs. The same treatment that's killing her slowly, taking her childlike body, wreaking havoc as it cures her. Radioactive treatment instead from a cancer without a name. Chemotherapy that takes away her beautiful black hair. Treatment that makes her forget her own name. She doesn't recognize her mother anymore. What little memories she had are gone. Given till 5 to live, she's 13 years old now and still resides in Brooklyn Pediatric Ward. She asked me one day if I believe in God. She ran and she raved, saying, why was I given this fate? Does God hate me? If there's a God, why am I still here suffering? Do you understand how it feels to get 10 needles a day, to go through chemotherapy that feels like you're burning in the furnaces of hell? To feel weak that your own hospital bed overpowers you? To not go to the park and run? To not go on summer vacations? To never see what the first day of school is? To live in a dream world, to try and sample what life really is? I watched as only 3 minutes of conversation drained her. Her face pale, body only 100 pounds, skin taut and stretched. I wish I was in her place. Is it fair that I'm going to college, had years of first days of school, got to run and see what the outside world is, to walk and talk for hours, never draining, and live, and live. But when stuff goes wrong for just 1 second, I cry for spilled milk. It was a beautiful day in April. New York finally breaking out its winter stages. They just seemed perfect. The sun was high and bright, the wind not too fast and quick, just right. Yet inside Brooklyn Pediatric Ward, a life that was now fully lived was taken away. Alyssa was her name. She never got to see that morning, as beautiful and clear as it was. I stepped into the hospital, my skin crawled. You can smell death from afar. I walked slowly, dreadfully up to the stairs to the 3rd floor, turned to the left, into the double doors, walking, and ignoring the many kids in several stages of terminal illnesses. I walked to the room I knew all so well. I couldn't bring myself to step in. I watched from the door. Her mother was crying. The father seemed distant. Her body was limp, but she had a just a slight smile, sort of like the Mona Lisa. She seemed to finally glow, her skin no longer pale. She looked beautiful and happy. I walked away from the door in disbelief. All she knew was Brooklyn Pediatric Ward. All she knew was suffering and pain. A day when her body aches was what made her day. Her Christmases was nothing like us. She never played on an Xbox, got to experience the Wii, never got that Barbie dream house. She never lived in a house, freely running up and down the stairs. She never got the spoiled chances to spend $500 a day on a shopping spree. She never got to walk in fashion shows in her own wasted pairs of shoes, more dreams, more wasteless material things than one needed. I lived a high life, and in that moment, I wanted to switch places. Is it fair? Is it fair that I walk this earth still, never appreciating the moments I'm given, never appreciating the moments I'm living? It's August. I'm in Starbucks. From the window, I get a glimpse at the Brooklyn Bridge. I stare from afar at Jerry. Jerry, an amputee from an accident, not his fault. A fate given to him that he didn't want. I watched this ignorant, annoyed person wait over 2 seconds for his Tazo tea, complaining that the service is slow. Jerry tries to quicken his movement, but 2 arms can only do so much. He hands the Tazo tea over the counter to his irritated customer, and the mishap spills the tea. The customer curses, storms out, never fully realizing in that moment Jerry's condition. I walk over and help Jerry clean up the mess. Jerry, the manager and supervisor, the employee and employer. As I clean up his hard work, I ask myself, are you really going to cry over spilled milk? Ask yourself today, are you really going to cry over spilled milk? R.I.P. Ashley.